So we're going to solve these equations. Think of it like back in the day when you took 6 plus 7 and you would have written 13. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to add the two equations together. So add the equations. So if I add them together, that cancels or eliminates 2 plus -8, -6, y equals -16 plus 46, 30. All right. Then the next thing we're going to do is divide by the coefficient. Divide by coefficient. So I'm going to divide by -6. Divide by -6. I take 30 and I divide it by -6 and I get -5. So y equals -5. Okay, so not done yet. We're just going to go back and we're going to pick an equation. And it does not matter which equation you pick. You just need to pick one. So, I don't know. I'm going to pick the top equation. 3x plus 2y equals -16. Okay. Then I'm going to substitute into that equation. So I'm going to substitute what I know. What do I know? Well, I found that y is equal to -5, right? This was equal to -5. So I'm going to replace this with -5. And so I'm going to bring everything else down. I have 3x plus my 2 equals my -16. And so now I'm going to solve for my other variable. So my first step to solve, we'll write this. We are going to distribute. And so this is going to give me 3x minus 10 equals -16. Then we are going to add or subtract. In this case, we're going to add 10. And now I have 3x equals -16 plus 10, -6. And then we will divide again. And if I divide by the coefficient, I get that the value of x is equal to, what is that, -2? -6 divided 3, -2. So the point at which these two intersect, or the solution, is the coordinate -2, -5. All right, let's look at another example. Same thing. Add the equations. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. Attach an x. Negative 1 plus 1 eliminates. And negative 28 plus 4 is negative 24. All right. Now we divide by the coefficient. So in this case, we are going to divide by negative 3. And so x equals negative 24 divided by negative 3, and that's positive 8. So we found what x is equal to. Cool. Now I'm going to substitute what I know. So pick an equation. Doesn't matter which one. Pick one. Pick an equation. I don't know. Pick the one with the least amount of negative. Hey, this one works really well. X plus y equals 4. Substitute into that equation. What do we know? Oh, we know that we know that x is 8, right? We know this is 8 plus y equals 4. All right, so now we're going to solve. We don't need to distribute, so we're going to go to add or subtract. And we're going to subtract our 8. And so now I have y, and that equals 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And so that is my y value. And so the point at which these two intersect or cross